Hello guys, and welcome to Auto Club Speedway for the running of the Auto Club 400 here from Fontana, California. Today these drivers are going to do 30 laps around this 2-mile oval. It's more like a super speedway because we are going to be having restrictor plates today, so expect some drafting obviously from that. Of course it's not Daytona or Talladega. It's going to be this track and Michigan are I think that's the four tracks. So Talladega, Daytona, Michigan, and Auto Club here are the only four tracks we have restrictor plates this season. With that said, drivers who are out of this race goes as follows. The 6 of Jeff Cameron, the 43 of Chase Harris, 14 RJ Harper, and the 1 of Chris Splitzer. And I think Chris Splitzer is the only one that's not in the bottom. No, 1 second. Yeah, he's not in the bottom. So he's the only one that's on this list of drivers who's not at the bottom of the standings right now, that are now going to be left over to be a part of the next 6 races that have to race in knockout qualifying. So that's sad for them, but hopefully they can turn it around and make more races this next time around. Chris Splitzer, I think he's going to be fine with points wise. I think he's far enough ahead that he won't have to worry. Drivers that I would be watching for today are Chris Sherman, Simonoz Khan, and Colby Harris to try to get them out into the field, get out of the knockout qualifying. Drivers who are on the bubble are at risk of falling into that are Karen James, Kyle Brown, Cameron Parker, and Brian James. I think Brian James is alright. He's 10 points ahead of Karen James, so I'm pretty sure he's fine. But yeah, this could change out of an instant. Like, you know how close this field is and all that, guys. So it's only 39 points being available, though. If you're in that bottom, it's going to be really easy to get up, though. So if you get the win, you're going to... So, it makes it a little bit more competitive. So we're going to get the command to start the engines, and then we'll give you your starting 10 and your starting lineup here from Auto Club.
Drivers, start your engines.
So Stephen Paulo III, not Stephen Paulo III. Sorry. I'm sorry, Stephen. Every time I see a 97 car, I think of your name, because for some reason I relate your name to the 97 car. Sorry about that. But Robert Pollard is going to be on the pole today. He's going to get the 2 extra points. So starting on the pole again, Robert Pollard. Starting second, Jacob Dillons. Starting third, Dylan Ibrahimian. Starting fourth, Daniel Hammond. Starting fifth, Casey Horton. Starting sixth, Brett Kleppinger. Starting seventh, Stephen Paulo III. Starting eighth, Nathaniel Gardner. Starting ninth, Michael Meadows. And starting 10th, Colby Harris. So they're going to get going. Robert Pollard again gets the 2 extra points. Make sure I get that put down before I forget. And Robert Pollard will lead us to the line. And we are green here from Auto Club. For the Auto Club 400. Of course, we're going to be here twice this season. We are not aware of what the name's going to be for the second race. It's going to be a 400 miler just like this race. There have been talks recently, or have been thoughts recently of calling it the Manscaped 400, but we'll see Is what I go with for this race. So for the first, it'd be and that race is also the first race of the playoffs. So yeah. Oh, the 41 got in the wall. Cole, Cole Custer, Daniel Hammond. Sorry. But Robert Pollard's gonna lead here. Daniel Hammond's gonna, not Daniel Hammond. Dylan Ibrahimian's gonna go on the inside. Problem is that outside line is so much stronger here. And Robert Pollard takes the lead back. This may take a little bit for Dylan Ibrahimian to make a move around him. And he may be able to do it. It looks like he'll be able to do it now. So Dylan Ibrahimian to the lead. But here comes Robert Pollard again. There's going to be a lot of this. Got 3 wide right here. And here comes Robert Pollard again. Dylan Ibrahimian is going to keep the lead. Dylan Ibrahimian still leading here. Starting to get a little bit of a bigger lead here on the rest of the field. But I don't know how long that can last with the draft. But this is Auto Club, so anything is possible here, obviously. See all sorts of kind of racing here. Especially in NR. But we're going to keep it realistic here. We got Jacob Dillon's up here in the 5. We got Daniel Hammond, of course. We got Casey Horton. And we got Kyle Brown. And we got the 4 of Trevor Collins. So, let's try to figure out where our top driver is that's on the fringe of the chase right now. Not chase, the race in. Apologize. Simonos Khan. So Simonos Khan is a 19th. He's our top performer right now of the knockout drivers who are in jeopardy being in the knockout round. So for him, that's what he needs to work on today. Well, Stephen Pollard III, I forgot to mention him. He's dead last in the points, so he's hoping to get his season back on the track. He's got the most beautiful car out there today. Of course, the old Jeff Gordon colors. But he is significantly back. He's about 30 points back, so I highly doubt at this point that he will be able to find a way out because of points reasons. But if he gets a win here, he can get his season back on track and possibly make a run or do something through the next round of knockout qualifying. Next 6 races of knockout qualifying. 0-0 of Nick Lewis is off pace. So, not a good start to his day today. But Dylan Ibrahimian is going to still continue to lead here. And it just looks like he's the strongest out here today. We got 2 Toyotas up here leading the field. And the rest of them are a mixture of Chevys and Fords, of course, because they've been dominant this season. And it has a lot to do with, we got they're going to pit, looks like here. So they're going to start pitting here. And, there's a caution. Oh, Tim Horton. Karen James is involved. That's not good for Karen James. And Cole Miller is involved. So for those that haven't pitted yet, this is not good for them. And that will send them towards the back of the field here. Kyle Brown, Stephen Paul III, Rex Wilkes, Smoes Khan, the rest of them. They're all gonna they're gonna fall back here towards the back of the field. We're gonna watch pit stops here, and then we'll go see what happened. Of course, the accident happened in turn 3, which is not surprising, especially here. It's either turn 3 or turn 2. It's where accidents happen normally. But we'll see if anything happens on the pit road here. I don't think that 37 is going to recover today. That looks like a lot of damage. And yep, 37, Tim Horton's out for the race. So that'll be the end of the day for JTG Doherty here today. Of course, they don't have the 47 car this season. They will be having a 2-car field next, 2-car team next year. And Stephen Paul III almost ran into his teammate there, Kyle Brown. And it was close, but we'll be right back. Let's see what happened in that accident. Welcome back here to Auto Club, and it looks like the 70 of Karen James runs right in the back and just turns the 38 Harley Tall. He takes a hard lick in the wall, and then 95 of Cole Miller has nowhere to go, and then Tim Horton runs right in the back of the 95, having nowhere to go. And that will end the day for Tim Horton. I don't know if the 00 got involved here. Check if he did here. I pull right out in front of him. I don't think he ended up getting hit. No, he didn't. So we're going to take another view at that crash here. And yeah, Karen James just turns them around, and then Tim Horton had nowhere to go but run in the back of Cole Miller, and that ended the day for Tim Horton. And we'll see who else that ends their day for, and we'll be back here from Auto Club. Welcome back here to Auto Club. And that accident ended up ending the day for Cole Miller, Harley Tall, and Tim Horton. And the 5 Jacob Dillon's expired engine for him. That will end his day, sadly, for the 5 team. Hendrick has not had a good season so far. He got 24. Stephen Paul III in last in the points. And he got this today. We've had multiple times where they haven't had a good race. And we're green here from Auto Club. But again, Hendricks is not having a good season. So, and what is going on here? Dylan Ibrahimi with a huge lead. Something wrong with Daniel Hammond here, possibly. He's holding up the rest of the pack. Dylan Ibrahimi with a commanding lead here. I wonder if this is gonna affect him with the draft, but I mentioned that before and it didn't. So as this race goes on, it probably will at some point start affecting him, but we'll see. Good racing going on back here. Got 3 wide, 4 wide. 4 wide for a second there. Now we're going to crank it up here. We're back here from Auto Club. Sorry about that. It said Phoenix there. It's not Phoenix, it's Auto Club. But it looks like Ben Crouch is starting to catch his teammate, Dylan Ibrahimian here. We got Joe Gibbs takeover right now, it looks like. Both of these drivers are desperate right now. Dylan Ibrahimian's not as desperate as Ben Crouch, though. Ben Crouch is pretty desperate right now. He's coming in at 16th place in the points. Dylan Ibrahimian, sorry, coming in 6th in the points. He's had a pretty good season so far, but Ben Crouch is trying to get out of mediocre range and into the playoff range here. He's obviously in 16th place, but that could change if somebody gets 3 wins below him. So you gotta keep that in mind. If you get 3 wins, you automatically are added to the the playoffs. So that's not what Ben Crouch wants, because any of those racing-in drivers or knockout qualifying drivers could end up in that. So 3 wins is a lot of points. But they're gonna pit here, and Kai Rivera to the lead. We're not surprised to see that. Always doing something different. In recent talks, Roush Fenway is going to partner back up with 3M, and we're going to have the 3M sponsor again here on the 16, starting next race. And there's a caution, and it looks like Alex Diaz is involved. I don't see any other cars with any other damage, so I wonder if it was a 1-car accident here. But that sucks for Kai Rivera, because obviously now it's going to send him to the back of the field again. What's Karen James doing here? Alright, so we'll be right back to see what happened. Welcome back here to Auto Club, and it looks like the same thing happens here. What happened in the last wreck, last caution. So the three of Ian Brandon runs in the back of Alex Diaz and causes and Alex. Now the double zero is involved. I don't know if the 13 got any damage, but Nick Lewis definitely got some damage there. And I think they'll be still racing in this race. I don't think that was enough damage in their days, but it's definitely gonna send them back here. We'll get a different view of this full speed. You know, similar to the last wreck. And that's a pretty hard lick actually from the double zero there, but I think they're gonna be fine. But we'll be right back here from Auto Club. Welcome back here to Auto Club, and 36 of Alex Diaz is out for the race, and the 5 obviously. Engine expired, so we're gonna give you your top 10. Ben Crouch first, second, Dylan Bohemian, third, Brett Kleppinger, fourth, Rusty Potts fifth, Trevor Collins sixth, Austin Horton seventh, Steve Pollard eighth, Brian James ninth, Colby Harrison in 10th, Will Parrish. Brian James is trying to get a sponsor back, so sponsors back. So this is a good run for him here, and obviously he's trying to get himself up in the points here. You know, he's had a couple of good races recently, so looks like he's just continuing the run here. But we're green here from Auto Club again. We should get to the finish without pits, so this should be a interesting finish here. They're gonna go single file. Five to go for Ben Crouch. Will Ben Crouch finally get his win? Ben Crouch continues the lead. Here comes Brett Kleppinger. He's looking to take the lead here. This will be a good race for him and that 32 team. Go Fast Racing. Looking to do something special today. That Joe Gibbs power that today has been very, very strong. 3 to go for Ben Crouch. He continues the lead. I mean, it looks like he's just growing the lead here, possibly. The gap between him and Brett Kleppinger. Last lap. Will Ben Crouch finally get his win? Some pit stops happening, but the leaders stay out obviously here. Some couldn't make it. This is Brett Clevenger gets a run here. This is his last chance. Going around turn 3 and 4. Ben Crouch wins the Auto Club 400 here at Auto Club. Congrats to Ben Crouch. Finally getting his win today here at Auto Club. Congrats to him. Your final results are going to be on the left side of your screen. So congrats to Ben Crouch. I'm going to save this real quick. So here's our final results here at Auto Club. And we thank you for watching today. We'll be back on Monday for Sonoma. But until then, we'll see you guys at Sonoma.